I did a daily drawing project for 14 years, and if you're good at math, you may have calculated that's a lot of drawings. The hardest part of a daily drawing project isn't the drawing, it's coming up with the ideas. In this video, I'm gonna give you 10 prompts that I came back to again and again. Oh, hey, my name is Piascik. I'm an illustrator. I've worked with clients like Nickelodeon, Nike, Facebook, and countless others. On this channel, I talk about illustration stuff. Sometimes it's tutorials, sometimes it's thoughts and ideas, sometimes it's reviews and illustration stuff. Sometimes it's about ADHD. I think daily drawing projects are sort of a cheat code for illustrators. In fact, I owe my entire career to my daily drawing project. If you want to hear more about that story, let me know in the comments. Maybe I'll make a video about it. Nearly all the illustrators that I know have done at least one daily drawing project. Your favorite illustrator's probably done a daily drawing project. I could easily spend a whole video talking about why I think they're so great, but here's just a few quick reasons. They're a great source of promotion. As I mentioned, that's how I built my entire career. I was bad about sending out promotion, but I was consistently posting new work all the time, and that led to people eventually seeing my work, sort of like a numbers game. It also might be like an algorithm cheat code because the social platforms want you to post regularly, and what's a better way than to be posting a new drawing every day? They keep your work fresh. I think this one's super important. When you're an illustrator, people see the work in your portfolio, and that's what they hire you based on. So if you're not doing any personal projects like a daily drawing project, you're just going to keep getting hired based on your previous work. And it's just going to be sort of recycling that same thing over and over and over again. And it's going to get a little stagnant. And then maybe you get sick of it. Then maybe everyone else gets sick of it. And then your career becomes stagnant and you're not getting any new work. With personal projects and daily drawing projects, even if you're not trying to like change anything about your work, just the fact of doing lots and lots of work and making lots of drawings, your style and content will evolve naturally as you do them. Certainly worked that way for me. And I had no intention of trying to like change my style as I went. I just kept doing them. And things change, it evolves, and your work stays fresh. At least that's the goal. They also make great reference material. You've got this huge archive of drawings if you've been doing a daily drawing project for a while, and then you get a project and you have to think about drawing something. You could be like, oh wait, I've drawn that before. And you can go in there and steal from yourself. Another thing is you can make stuff with the good ones, like stickers or a shirt or print. You can do whatever you want. Okay, so the first idea is to doodle an album. So what this is you put on an album. Maybe it's one of your favorite albums or something new that you want to listen to or something you hate. It doesn't matter. The point is my cat is going to tear down the door if I don't let him in. So this is pretty straightforward. You don't need to overthink it. All you do is you get some paper ready or your iPad or your Cintiq or wherever you want to draw. Your little sketchbook, little iPad mini. Just get yourself situated, turn on the album, and then you just sit there and draw whatever you hear in the song, whatever it makes you think of. You just get out of your own head, listen to the music, and you just keep drawing. And you keep drawing for the whole album until it's over. And then what I like to do is take that doodle and turn it into a more finished piece. So here's one I did for Idol's album, Joy is an Act of Resistance. I just doodled stuff I heard in the songs, things that it made me think of, and just like a big jumble. And then I used that sketch and made a tightened up one for a finished piece. I think these are a lot of fun and a great way to sort of get out of your own head and just doodle without thinking about it. And it also puts a time limit on things, which is cool. Here's another one I did for Piss Jeans, and here's one for Andy Schaaf. Or Schaaf? How do you say it? Is that how you say it? I don't know. The next thing you can do is just get inspired by food. Sometimes I like to make my food like into friends. Give them some eyes, a mouth, face, arms. Sometimes I just like to make dumb jokes involving food. There's not really too much to this. Just think of a food, make it a friend. Another thing you could do is draw pictures of stuff that you like or stuff that you have. You draw your own stuff. I once did a series of drawings of every bicycle that I've ever owned throughout my life, which is more than someone should have bikes, but there was a lot. And I did a drawing of each of those. The cool thing about this one is this could be a lot of prompts. Maybe you have a collection of things and you could draw all of them. Think about how many drawing ideas that is. I've done so many series I can't even remember what they all are. I know that I once did a series of like weird, quirky older cars that I like. What else have I done? Done donuts, just a whole series of donuts. But I guess that's in the food prompts, so let's forget about that one. All right, on to the next one. All right, number 4. Illustrate a weird phrase or saying. To be honest, I don't remember what not a sausage means. But it doesn't really matter because I was just drawing a dog that was not a sausage. And then this one is cool as a cucumber. Don't really know what that means, but this cucumber is pretty cool, especially with his pickle flag shirt. All right, we're at the halfway mark. Number 5, draw a whole bunch of things that start with a letter. So that's 26 prompts. You're welcome. I really like prompts like this one because when you draw a whole bunch of little things, none of them have to be great. People are caught up in the fact that there's a lot of things. They're like, wow, look at all these things. I can't believe it. As opposed to just picking one thing and having to draw it really well and have people look at it and be like, that is a good drawing of that one thing. Hit them with a whole page. That's just a pro tip. Make a lot of stuff. You don't have to be very good at any of it. Make a lot of mediocre things in one thing, and then it might look like a good thing as a whole. All right, we're at 6 now, so it's getting serious. Did I mention there was going to be some bonus ideas at the end? Definitely stick around for those. Hey, so do you like any of these ideas? If so, I don't know, maybe you could give me a like. Maybe you could subscribe. Maybe you could turn on notifications so you don't miss any of these videos. How about that? It's kind of funny that I'm making a video about drawing ideas. After doing a daily drawing project for that long and people knowing you as like the daily drawing person, people love to give you suggestions for things to draw. I do it all the time. And for some reason, I almost never drew anyone's suggestions. I was like, I don't want to draw that. I don't want to draw that. I hated every suggestion. So there's a good chance that you might hate every suggestion in this video. Do you hate my suggestions? Let me know in the comments. All right, number 6. Illustrate a pun or just a stupid joke. I've drawn a lot of very, very stupid puns. A lot of very stupid jokes that, just probably made me laugh and maybe 1 or 2 other people. But that's okay. You're doing a daily drawing project. You got to keep yourself entertained. This is Cheese Whiz Khalifa. This is Pokey Nom Nom Nom. Rizza Jizza Pizza? I don't know. With the sad Grim Weeper? The funny thing about Grim Weeper is when you say it, you sound like you're doing like a little kid's voice or something.
Grim Reaper.
I don't know. Makes me laugh. This is SpongeBob Zombie. I've done a lot of SpongeBob puns for some reason. I think I just like to draw SpongeBob, and I want to draw him in a way that's different. I did Sponge Slob Dirty Pants. I did Sponge Rob Halford of Judas Priest. I did Grunge Bob. I did Sponge Corn on the Cob. Like, you can see I'm really stretching here. And that's okay. I would love another SpongeBob pun. So if you have an idea for a SpongeBob pun that I haven't done, please drop it below. I could use another one. Thank you. Number 7, do a lettering illustration of a quote or a lyric. And if you don't want to do lettering, maybe you could just illustrate something that would go with the quote and then put the quote underneath it. Number 8, draw on a photo. That's it. It's as simple as that. Let the photo speak to you. Take a photo and draw something on top of it. Here's some little monsters I drew at a pool. Here's another weird monster. I draw monsters a lot. This one's pretty straightforward. You just draw on a photo. Just, I don't know, look through your phone right now. Find a photo and find a photo that looks like you could draw something on it. You can always add weird monsters to any photo. That's another pro tip. All right, number 9, do a scribble doodle, or like an improvised doodle, or an improvised drawing based on a scribble. I never know what to call these things, but these are things that I drew a lot. This was one of the earliest things that I actually ever drew. I had this crazy desire to draw all the time when I was a kid, but I was just overwhelmed with coming up with ideas for things to draw. And like the page felt very overwhelming. And I was like, I don't know what to do. And I think out of frustration one time, I just like scribbled on the page. And then I just went in and sort of drew things in the shapes that were left over from the scribble. A huge amount of my daily drawings involved this kind of thing. Actually, I haven't done them in a really long time, so I think I got a little sick of them. But these kind of things always pop up, and like my Instagram feed where people will tag me because they were inspired to do one on their own. There's actually a couple schools that do like a class project for kids where they all do their own and like show my work as examples, which is super flattering. And it's always super cute to see them show up when the teacher posts them and like tags me on Instagram. That's pretty special. It's definitely wild to me to think about kids learning about me and my work in some sort of class situation. Ridiculous. All right, number 10. You ready for number 10? Draw your thoughts. Whatever's going on up there. And it could be nonsense. Some of my most like popular in terms of like response from people on social media or whatever have been just like weird drawings about my thoughts. Like I did a drawing about hating drawing on the first page of a sketchbook. I did a drawing about like how I needed to update my website. I did a lot of drawings about not sleeping at one point in my life. In my first book, 1000 Days of Drawing, there's a whole section called complaining because I had so many drawings where it was just some sort of complaint. I don't really do drawings like that anymore. Maybe this video is good for ideas for me. Maybe I'll watch this video afterwards and get some ideas because to be honest with you, I've been going through a bit of a block myself. So hopefully in doing this video, I'll feel inspired to make some new stuff of my own because, man, this block has been going on a long time. I think that brings up another benefit of a daily drawing project. When you are in the practice of making something new every day, it's sort of like feeding that creative flow. Some people think that if you do that much, you'll run out of ideas, but actually the opposite happens. The more you do it, the easier it is to come up with ideas. And ever since I stopped doing them every single day, I feel like it's harder for me to come up with ideas for things to draw. So don't ever stop. Also, another thing about daily drawing projects is like it's super hard in the beginning, but the longer you do them, the easier and easier it gets. Listen, I'm not saying you have to do a daily drawing project. I'm just saying I think they're great. All right, so that was 10 prompt ideas. You want a couple bonus tips? DTIYS. Look up the draw this in your style hashtag DTIYS hashtag on Instagram, and you'll find lots of drawings that people have done with that prompt because they want other people to do their version of that. There's a lot of really bad ones and ones you're not going to want to do, but there's also cool ones every now and then. And those are really fun and a good way to sort of make something when you're going through a block. I've done plenty of these and I find it really fun and a relaxing way to just draw. Similar to that is the Your Art Here challenges, where people will do like half of a drawing and then you fill in the rest. All right, one more bonus tip. Use your old drawings as sketches for a new drawing. I've done this one quite a bit and it's a lot of fun. Just look through something old that you've done, do a new version of it, and it's kind of exciting to see how much better you've gotten with time or how you would do things differently. The last time I was going through like a real burnout period where I was like lacking a lot of ideas, I actually did a lot of these where I was just redoing old things that I had done and kind of making better versions of them. Also, you don't have to tell anyone if you don't want to because they're not going to remember. I won't tell anyone. Or maybe do tell people. You could do a like before and after thing on Instagram. You can make a little reel where you show the original and like have some cool viral sound that goes with it. And it's like, and then it's the new one. I don't know what that sound was, but you know how it is. You know how reels are. Reels be like, boop, 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 boop. Pop, pop, pop. Boom. Or like you have the drawing in front of you and then you're like, and then all of a sudden it's a different drawing. Old drawing, new drawing. I don't know. Listen, I'm trying to help you with content here. All right, check out this other video where I talk about 5 things I learned from doing a daily drawing project for 14 years. Go do some drawings. Good talk.